Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported in the first week of September, 2025. At Legacy Weekly, we believe every life carries a story, whether lived under the spotlight or in the quiet corners of community. This week we remember NFL leaders, actors, poets, veterans, and everyday people whose journeys remind us that fame may fade, but legacies endure in the lives we touch and the memories we leave behind. Jim Murray died the 25th of August 2025 at his home in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, at the age of 87. He was general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles during the 1,970 seconds and 80 seconds, guiding the team to their 1,980 Super Bowl season. Murray is also remembered as co-founder of the very first Ronald McDonald House, helping families of children with cancer and serious illness. A Marine Corps Reserve veteran, Jim Murray is honored as a man who combined sports leadership with lasting compassion. Graham Greene died the 1st of September 2025 in Toronto after a long illness. He was 73. Greene earned an Academy Award nomination for his role as Kicking Bird in Dances with Wolves, and he went on to a rich career with roles in The Green Mile, Northern Exposure, Echo, and The Last of Us. With his quiet strength and presence, he brought depth to every role. Graham Greene is remembered as one of Canada's greatest actors, whose performances bridged cultures and generations. Vivian Ayres-Allen died the 18th of August 2025 at the remarkable age of 102. A poet and playwright, she published her visionary poem Hawk in 1957, imagining the future of space travel. Beyond her own work, she nurtured creativity as the mother of acclaimed actresses Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen. Vivian Ayres-Allen is remembered as an artist of imagination and as the matriarch of a family that gave so much to American culture. Lee Roy Jordan died the 30th of August 2025 at the age of 84. He was a linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys in the 1,960 seconds and 70 seconds, a three-time Pro Bowl player who helped his team to victory in Super Bowl VI. Jordan was also a standout at the University of Alabama under legendary coach Bear Bryant, earning a place in the College Football Hall of Fame. Lee Roy Jordan is remembered as a fierce competitor and a leader whose name is etched in football history. Randy Boone died the 28th of August 2025 at the age of 83. He was best known as Randy Benton, the guitar-playing ranch hand on the long-running Western The Virginian. Boone also starred in Cimarron Strip and It's a Man's World, and he made a memorable appearance in The Twilight Zone. With his youthful energy and warm voice, Randy Boone is remembered as a performer who brought music and heart to classic television. Joe Bugner died the 1st of September 2025 in Brisbane, Australia, at the age of 75. A heavyweight boxer of the 1,970 seconds, he fought legends like Joe Frazier, Ron Lyle, and Muhammad Ali, whom he challenged for the championship in 1975. After the ring, Bugner appeared in films like Street Fighter and I'm for the Hippopotamus. Joe Bugner is remembered as both a warrior in the sport of boxing and a larger-than-life personality who entertained beyond the ropes. George Raveling died the 1st of September 2025 of cancer at the age of 88. He was a college basketball coach at Washington State, Iowa, and USC, and a member of the Naismith Hall of Fame. Raveling also made history at the 1,984 Olympics when he mentored a young Michael Jordan and persuaded him to sign with Nike, a decision that changed sports marketing forever. George Raveling is remembered as a teacher, a mentor, and a visionary in the world of basketball. John Lucky Luckadoo died the 1st of September 2025 at the age of 103. He was the last surviving pilot of the fabled Bloody Hundredth, the U.S. Army Air Force's 100th Bombardment Group, which endured heavy losses in World War II. Luckadoo flew 25 combat missions over Europe and later served in the U.S. Air Force. He is remembered as a decorated hero, a survivor whose courage in the skies stands as a testament to the sacrifices of his generation. Mark Knoller died the 30th of August 2025 in Washington, D.C., at the age of 73. A White House correspondent for CBS News, he was known for his steady voice on CBS Radio and for his meticulous daily records of presidential activity. Long before social media, his updates became a trusted chronicle of American political life. Mark Knopfler is remembered as a journalist of accuracy and integrity, leaving behind a record that historians will value for generations. Giorgio Armani died the 4th of September 2025 at his home in Milan at the age of 91. He revolutionized fashion with his timeless designs and helped define red carpet fashion as we know it today. Armani also created iconic costumes for films like American Gigolo. A veteran of the Italian army, he built one of the most influential brands in the world. Giorgio Armani is remembered as a master of elegance whose work reshaped both fashion and film. Beyond the well-known names, Legacy Weekly also honors the lives of everyday people whose stories touched families and communities in lasting ways. We remember a former model once featured in ads for Dentine chewing gum, who later dedicated her life to caring for others as a nurse midwife. From the glamour of print campaigns to the quiet strength of the delivery room, her journey is remembered as one defined by service and compassion. We honor a former U.S. Navy corpsman who served in Operation Desert Storm. At home, he was remembered as a joyful father and nurturing grandfather, always ready with a laugh and a helping hand. His legacy lives on not in medals, but in the warm memories his family carries forward. We pay tribute to a Boston advertising writer whose curiosity about the past led her to trace her family tree back through history, discovering connections to Laura Ingalls Wilder and even the Salem witch trials. Her story is remembered not just for the words she crafted in her career, but for the way she preserved heritage for the generations that followed. These are not headlines, but heartlines. They remind us that legacy is built in countless ways, in care, in laughter, in discovery. At Legacy Weekly, we honor these lives alongside the most famous, because every story has value. In addition to honoring those we lost this week, Legacy Weekly also looks back on anniversaries of remarkable lives whose legacies remain part of our culture. 10 years ago this week, actor Dean Jones died at the age of 84. A Disney legend, he starred in family classics like the Herbie series, the Shaggy DA, and That Darn Cat. Jones is remembered as a beloved face of wholesome entertainment, whose charm made him a fixture of childhood memories for generations. 13 years ago this week, actor Michael Clarke Duncan died at the age of 54. With his towering frame and gentle presence, he gave unforgettable performances in The Green Mile, Armageddon, and Talladega Nights. Duncan is remembered for his powerful mix of strength and vulnerability, a talent that left an indelible mark on Hollywood. 20 years ago this week, actor Bob Denver died at the age of 70. He was the face of 1,960 sitcom television, most famously as Gilligan in Gilligan's Island. Denver also starred in The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. He is remembered for bringing laughter into living rooms across America, a symbol of lighthearted comedy during an era of change. 28 years ago this week, Diana, Princess of Wales, died at the age of 36. She was a beloved figure whose compassion and advocacy extended across the globe. From championing AIDS awareness to calling for the removal of landmines, Diana is remembered not only as a royal, but as a humanitarian whose spirit continues to inspire. 85 years ago this week, actress Raquel Welch was born. She died in 2023 at the age of 82. Welch became an icon of beauty and confidence in the 1,960 seconds and 1,970 seconds, starring in films like Bedazzled and The Three Musketeers. She is remembered as a Hollywood legend whose image helped redefine femininity in film. These anniversaries remind us that legacies do not fade with time. They live on in the music, the movies, the memories, and the movements that continue to shape our world. Every week across the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff in solemn remembrance. These tributes honor lives of service, sacrifice, and community, ensuring their memory endures. In Minnesota, flags have been lowered to honor Le Sueur police officer Carl O. Haugen, remembered for his dedication to protecting his community. In Indiana, flags recognize Donald Tucker, a former Elwood police officer and mayor who gave decades of public service. In Maryland, flags mark International Overdose Awareness Day, a reminder of the many lives lost and the ongoing efforts to support families facing this crisis. In Kentucky, flags honor Lieutenant Brian Hatt, of the Raywick Volunteer Fire Department, who died in the line of duty. In Missouri, flags are lowered for State Representative Kenneth Ken Waller, remembered for his work in public office. In North Carolina, flags honor U.S. Army veteran Michael Verardo, whose story embodies courage and resilience. In Kansas, flags have been lowered for Kansas City police officer Hunter Simonchich, who died in the line of duty. In Arkansas, flags recognize state legislator Gary Stubblefield, remembered for his years of civic leadership. In New York, flags honor Kevin M. Robert, a longtime flight paramedic, who died serving others. Each flag lowered carries with it a story of service and sacrifice. At Legacy Weekly, we join in honoring their memory with gratitude and respect. As we close this week's edition of Legacy Weekly, we reflect on the lives of leaders, artists, athletes, and everyday heroes who have left their mark. Their stories remind us that while time moves on, legacies endure in families, in communities, and in culture. Thank you for joining us in remembrance. Subscribe to Legacy Weekly to honor with us each week and keep alive the memories that continue to inspire.